Amoebic dysentery, also known as amoebiasis, is a disease caused by a protist known as an amoeba. The scientific name is Entamoeba histolytica. The amoeba can enter your body through any openings. It most commonly enters through your mouth when you consume contaminated food. However, the disease can also be transmitted sexually. The hosts of this disease are humans and other primates. An amoeba is a protist, and therefore a eukaryotic cell. This means its cell structure is different than most organisms. An amoeba is a protozoa, which means it's like an animal. It has a cell membrane but no cell walls, just like an animal. This cell membrane is referred to as a pellicle. Like animal cells, the amoeba has a nucleus where it stores its DNA. The amoeba also has a special organelle called a contractile vacuole. This organelle acts as a pump and controls the amount of water let in and out of the cell. Without this organelle, the amoeba may burst or shrivel up and die. However, the contractile vacuole ensures that an isotonic solution remains constant. The amoeba moves around differently than most organisms. It has pseudopods, which in Latin means false feet. These limbs are just places in which the amoeba has pushed its cytoplasm into a concentrated area, creating an extension. The amoeba can move across surfaces just by pushing its cytoplasm across the surface. They also use their pseudopods to capture food. While these features can be seen in trophozoites, cysts are a little different. An amoeba has two main forms, trophozoites and cysts. The cysts are the stage of the disease which infects, and the trophozoites are the stage in which the amoeba stays inside its host. The cysts are produced by trophozoites and leave the host along with feces. In places with poor hygiene, the feces can then contaminate the water or food source and from there be distributed to the rest of the population. The cysts, once consumed, pass through the host's stomach and to the host's large intestine. There they change to their other form, trophozoites. The trophozoites multiply and cover the wall of the host's large intestine. They then produce cysts, which exit the host's body and contaminate food which has been stored by feces. Then the food is consumed, and the cysts enter a new host, repeating the cycle. If the amoeba gets into the lining of your intestine, symptoms will begin to show. These symptoms include bloody diarrhea, stomach pains and cramping, nausea, or a fever. The diarrhea is caused because your large intestine absorbs water. When the amoebas cover the wall of your large intestine, you can no longer absorb water, and the water will just pour out as diarrhea. Sometimes the amoeba can get into the host's bloodstream and go to places like the liver, lungs, or brain. In fact, out of 500 million cases per year, there are over 40,000 to 100,000 cases of death from this disease, making it the second leading cause of parasitic death. The mortality rate of the normal type of amoebiasis is 1 to 3%. However, getting a more severe version like dysentery can increase the mortality rate to 55% or higher. These deaths are mostly due to amoebic colitis or liver abscesses, which are pus-filled masses in the liver. One problem with identifying this disease is that the amoeba that causes it resembles other harmless parasites. This can often lead to a misdiagnosis and therefore allow the disease to stay untreated. Medications which treat the disease include metronidazole and tinidazole. To get rid of the amoebas, taking a toxic liquid may be required to strip the amoebas off your intestine walls. After the treatment, stool samples must be collected to prove that the amoeba was eradicated. Just one survivor can regenerate to the previous amount. Dysentery not only affects the person who has it, but their families and others around them. People with dysentery must be careful to properly dispose of their waste. Otherwise, it may be contracted by their family members. This is especially a problem in poorer countries. Also in poorer countries, if one person gets sick, everyone else in the family must take care of them. This means not only is the host unable to do their part of the work, but the other family members must do their own work, the host's work, and take care of the host. Medications for this disease are expensive to people in developing countries who are likely to get dysentery. This means families can go into debt after purchasing the medicine, or the families may be unable to purchase the medicine at all. Both of these affect the family negatively.